Hello, hello. My name is Steph. If you'd like to come on in and have a seat for some symbolic support. The other day we dropped some ink on the scroll and we're going to flip it for perspective possibilities, scrying for shapes and symbols that may speak to our psyche and psychic senses. As well, we'll add on Tarot Oracle and the Shaman's Palm configuration. And where Mr. Ghosty here is, we have Ghost Tube for any audio additions from the afterlife that may further add to our auric adventures. Overall, please do receive, release freely. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome home. Let's go. All right. Sorry, I got morning hair. It's just, it is what it is. Crazy hair. All right. I'm going to take a moment to kind of close the eyes and cleanse the palate. Releasing the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. In the name and honor of anyone here at any time. Thank you for being my muse, and may you meet a message with meaning. Oops, sorry, I'm always cockeyed a little bit. There we go. If you see, sense, or feel anything, any shapes, please feel well to comment below. Drop an emoji. Any interactions with the channel is appreciated. Notably, I'll also put the link to the OG original one below. Okay, there's some sort of depth perception thing happening here. It's an angel, but I'm seeing like the wings in like a harp shape. Is there a creature in the mythos or mystic realm called a harpy? Why do I feel like I might even have a card in relation to that? I don't know what it is, so I'm not going to yeah, but it feels like a harp, like the, so I don't know if it is actually like angelic in nature or what.
Hot.
Are you playing like hot cold with me? That's fun. That's fun. What are these? I'm going to say the words shadow servants. Shadow servants. They feel like military or something like this. Okay, the way I'm going to wander into it is, okay. I'm not saying this is what it is, but this is the feel or the air about it. That, you know, it's kind of like remote viewing, psychic senses, ESP experiments done by like what might be, you know, like military or government funded, but like secret. I don't know if you have a resonance with that, or you can place something about your family or friends. Okay. I'm also going to note that I feel when I wander into this from a different direction, I have an angel or alien apply anything that feels good. I'm in a weird space, but you're here with me. So am I at a gate? Okay. And I feel as though I might have something tied at the ankles, like a capture. I don't necessarily feel like I am a prisoner. It's in this energy of this being. I have a weird feeling that I'm in the right place, even though it's not the greatest. Doesn't appear, or they think that they have captured something, but really I kind of placed myself there. They have like no idea.
Command.
Yeah, and they might have been doing something by command. By command. Because notably, like this harpe or whatever this is, this energy has the ability to be another energy. It's like this and this. I'm seeing like this one and this one. This one and this one. I don't know if I'm like plugged into like, excuse me, electroshock therapy. I'm back in the experimenty thing. Am I also experimenting on this creature as well? I don't know. And then something else comes out. Oh my goodness. It's like a 3-tier boom, boom, boom.
Watching.
Okay, let's grab a... You know, I want to apologize for how surreal it is, and yet at the same time, you know, I sincerely mean sorry, but not sorry. It's because it's through my stumbling and my yammerings and my rambles. But that's, you know, the space for us to all kind of interact individually and yet remain interconnected. Okay. Stranger and stranger. Leaders of the light. Where are you being called to serve and support others? So this is supporting our scroll here in the mid palm of the shaman's palm that we'll do. Okay, I was being called to look at the bottom. Don't run from the darkness.
Jim.
Embrace your shadow side. Hi, Jim. What aspect of yourself have you been afraid to look at or address? Okay, we'll take you both. Thank you. And I wonder if this is like the... I don't know if the harpe is actually like I'm seeing it like fire and water somehow, or like cold and hot taps, but the faucet is one contraption. But it's almost like this. I feel like I don't know if I'm being poked or experimented on, or maybe I'm poking my own psyche and psychic senses. You're here, so I appreciate you if you're doing that. And I'm trying to activate this more shadowy aspect to come out. And then this, I'm going to say, dare say, like almost like if the phoenix energy could be in a bat or an eagle. Like if a bat and an eagle got together, but had the flair of a phoenix. Also a pen nib if you're looking at writing or have been journaling or jotting things down. Because we have here blatantly darkness and the light. I think
I'm lost.
Whether, yeah, I apologize if you're lost, but you're not lost if you're from the afterlife. I am so here with you, which means you're not lost. We're here together. Okay. Did I lose track? Did I get distracted? Sorry, I'm trying not to do that as much.
Eric.
Because this feels very big. Like if this is indicative of this space here, and the light, even though the light is all this, the light body is like this. It's like this is the cosmos, the backdrop
what year is it?
For this to shine. I think we're in 2024 still. Sorry if I wandered off path, the other rabbit hole of this being, this alien, or some sort of creature that might have been captured by this military or something along that lines, or maybe you feel that you've been watched, because if it definitely has like a remote viewing thing, there's a tether and a tie to it. But this being, if I separate myself for a moment, it has been, like I said, captured for a reason. It's not by accident. It's not by accident. And nor is it about a conquering. Even though I feel like these, I don't know if they are commanders or who they are in their positions, feel accomplished in a task that they were given to do. But it's like something kind of like fell into their lap. Sorry, I'm seeing a heart. Okay. I'm going to do my best to explain this because it's just off here in my peripheral. There's a heart. And say, like a really luxurious boomerang. That's how I'm going to put that. Really luxurious boomerang. Really elegant boomerang. And in the boomerang is a bunch of tombstones. It's got owl and cat vibes and black lotus vibes. There we go. Okay, Cave of Ice. If the devil card means anything to you, please follow that, or if anything in the artistry is standing out.
Hell.
Oh my god, it's so funny, so cheeky, I love it. All right. I love being awkward. Okay, here we go. It's like, this is what's de-thawing. If I can be very simplistic in, or simple in trying to connect to the complexities perhaps of said characters, consciousness, energies. Even this devil, it looks like it's kind of like tied down, being recreated. And then I have like this light being here that is kind of like plopped itself where it wants to be. But I feel like there's something being created that is going to appear or claim to said to be this, like we've captured something, but it's man-made. It's man-made. People are working on something that is, I don't know who these people are, because if they're remote, I don't want them to be remote viewing on me. But it's off like the coast of something.
Sun.
It's like getting ready to put something out to sail, or like fly a kite and put it out in the air and get a response. Possibly even something drilled. They drilled into. I feel like I've been gathering pieces of it. But it's like each piece doesn't know about the other piece, so no one can really put it together. And that's why everyone's kind of doing this with, I'm going to say it's a judgment, but I'm not really trying to judge, conscience-free. Because everyone's like, oh, I'm just doing this, I'm making this, or I'm... But there's no... it's been built to be segregated so connections cannot be made. And conversations are not had. Okay. Cave of Wind, please. 3 of Wands.
Moron.
I'm not even, like, it's fine. Not the worst thing. Maybe it is something in a tunnel. I don't know, or drawing something out. Okay, sorry. Cave of Winds. It's literally, I feel like winds and waters, winds and waters. And here's the water over here of this. It doesn't have legs yet. It doesn't have legs. But I'm close to the finish line. Okay, I'm going to bring this in personal if I got too far off in the other rabbit hole. Somebody might be feeling a squeeze. When I say that, maybe you are feeling a squeeze in one way, shape, or form to instigate. When I say change, I don't necessarily mean it in the same way.
False.
Yeah, it's not that way. It's like when coal turns into diamonds. Yeah, here they are here. I'm also seeing 2 people kiss you. Might be, might be parents or grandparents, or just 2 people that really, really care about you, but they're kissing you on either side of your cheek. Like, I feel, it feels really, really nice. And I kind of think it's like growing new legs. Where do I want to go from here? Where do I want to go from here? I also feel like I've put back together my darkness and my light. Like, I'm not afraid of devil inside, devil inside. Like, it's not a scary thing anymore. It's very much so an important piece of divinity. And it's not so much that it's controllable in the way I want to humanly apply the attribute of that, but it's like I have somehow taken it apart and utilizing that kind of group thing that was happening. They kept it separate for a reason, so it couldn't be connected by other people to converse about it. But when I wander into it, to me personally, I feel as though I have taken apart my devil and divinity, if I may. Well, the devil being divine, but you know what I'm saying, the attributes of that. Darkness and the light. And I'm putting it back together, like reverse engineering something. So I'm not just reading the book. Maybe you've read a book or you've watched a video on something, this, that, or the other. But then it's like just getting in there and taking it apart and re-engineering it, put it back together and realizing it's not so scary. It's not. And I have like a better appreciation for how this aspect or this energy works, and where it might have been misunderstood or misused. Compassion comes in. Compassion comes in. Okay. Cave of Hearth Fires. And the feeling of the heart. The Ten of Wands, if anything is standing out to you. I kind of want to insert... You know, it's funny. I can't remember the last time I saw the Ten of Wands in this deck come out.
Come here.
Yeah, there's something about this wheel here. Does it come through? Sorry if my nails are gross, but you're used to it. And then if I go over here back to the Cave of Earth, there it is again.
Please go.
That's... Isn't that funny that if I put them together, they're very, very similar landscapes.
Why is she here?
I don't know if some of you are seeing things crawl on top of your ceiling. Okay, so I gotta just run over to that rabbit hole for a second. Something's being man-made, created. It could even be a machine that seems to be sentient, or it's claiming to be sentient, but I feel like it's almost like remote controlled, or it's by man. It's by a human.
It's bright.
Okay, can I just, yeah, thanks. Back into the self of my own heart, or in the space of the hearth fires. I'm realizing that all the things that I care about, yay, I see you, yay. All the things that I care about connect. They all have something.
Don't leave.
They all have something in common.
I hear you.
If I'm looking to clean things out of the heart space of ideas, thoughts, it kind of feels like belief systems, if I may, things that I believe wholeheartedly, and maybe I'm coming up to them now as blocks, or creative blocks, maybe, you know, energy blocks, like feeling different or exhausted. Yeah, because as I'm wandering into the cave of rivers of how I'm feeling, I feel very contemplative, but it's almost like with these blocks that are being, you know, removed, others create the path. But it's like choosing the stones, choosing the blocks, the paths. Oh, there's something in here that just wants my attention, and
Yes.
I think it's drawing me back into the scroll. I know it is. I'm just having to decide how I want to interact with it. Because you know what I feel like on one hand is that I keep making a path, and then somehow, like this person taking the block, the piece away. And it's like, you know, if you can imagine a cartoon or something, and, you know, somebody's like putting things here, putting things here, putting things here. And then there's like this other character that goes and takes them from the other end. So by the time, like, say, Bugs Bunny or somebody has done, say, 10 feet, and they look back and there's none there, you're like, well, where did it go? Where did all my work go? Where did all my work go? So some of you might be in a space of intuiting that there is, as one, okay, I'm going to generalize it so I can kind of, wander it. As some things are being created, other things are being dismantled. Which kind of brings me back to the devil, like when something was taken apart. But even maybe pieces of my heart and dismantling certain things of my mind. My mind that is feeding my heart, or that where my brain and my heart kind of coalesce and do connect, is, I'm just going to wander here externally, is my brain or heart. I'm not going to favor one or the other, just as the example. My heart wants this, my heart does things to build this, but then my brain keeps taking things. It's almost like really in the subconscious space. And the subconscious are like, no, it's too risky. No, we're not. But we can let the heart think that it's, you know, doing its work. Or vice versa, right? If the brain's like, no, we got to do this, we got to do this, we got to do this. And the heart's like, okay, well, let's do it. Get the, you know, the body flowing, but my heart's not in it. My heart's not in it. So brain, yeah, okay. Half-assed in it. Yeah. We're doing it for you, brain. We're doing it for you, yeah. But really, the heart's not in it. Potentially a very long-winded way to say something very simple, but nonetheless, there it is. It's the exploration that matters. It's the journey. Cave of Earth, as we're coming down here from the moon. Do you know what's funny? Is I think...
Running.
It was the break from the OG Scry, first link below in the description box. I think this was Breakthrough. But it was about the moon, or the card had something to do with the moon. And now it's coming down into the world. Your world. Our world in some cases. And here's the... Okay. Man, okay. See all these different kind of crescent moons or symbols. And this egg's like being put back together. Even say maybe by these pieces from the moon. Is there some sort of explosion in there? Is that what I'm seeing? Explosion? Detonate. Detonator?
Church.
Detonate. I'm in like a rebuilding. I think I'm in a rebuilding. And now I'm back, I'm over here. And I'm looking with this radiation of my heart. OG Scry reference. Something's being like rebuilt from maybe this explosion or detonation. Something about the cosmic egg as well, or the concept of one, whether that's from a consciousness. It's like, how can, if I externalize it to, say, this other energy that may or may not that, you know, one needs to have a villain in order for the story to flow, but, you know, makes it interesting, and it creates conditions for intensive
You won't understand.
experiences. Yeah, one we may not understand here, but that's, we're here. We're kind of like limited to this ceiling of sorts, the ceiling tiles of here. That's not to be poo-pooed upon, because it's another path. It's another path. Oh, for heavens and hot dogs. Okay. When I'm in, like, it's like as if though this consciousness connection, say, of sorts of like the cosmic egg is maybe conceptually, belief systems, I don't know, whatever kind of systems that might be stepping forward, and they detonate into pieces. Somebody thinks they can't be reconstructed.
Undecided.
And that's, I feel
Tree.
like it's incorrect. It will be reconstructed. But it's like putting a puzzle together. And this whole session has been feeling that way, of putting the puzzle together, but having to... And it's like, if I could take the whole ink blot and take it pixel by pixel and poke them out from the canvas, pixel by pixel, and look at each of those pixels, like the pieces of the world, like the pieces of people. And why am I trying to pick at pixels?
Doll.
Like viewing a movie through the film and just looking at frame by frame, which has its place for details. But then, see, I feel like that's when there's like those remote viewers, and I'm not, you know, remote viewing in general, maybe through friends or as your skills, maybe that's your skill and you're working towards enhancing that skill, permissions and all that kind of stuff. This feels like another agency, remote viewing, frame by frame, details of certain people, places, or things that maybe are connected, or noticing what they're connected to, who they are choosing to connect to, and how can they help to, I'm going to use a not kind word, but I'll say it, exploit said connection, or enhance, or try to remove. I kept seeing, as I'm just getting ready to close out here, sorry if I'm rambling on, Magneto from X-Men. Yeah. And it's like Professor X, and totally feel well to correct me, and Magneto, like best buds, but then something happened, and like through their own lessons of learning and whatnot and helping and doing, but it's like a lot of it might be combatual, and like things happen because of them, the way they're learning to inevitably, but like always being attracted to each other for that. Are they besties or are they always enemies? I don't know. I don't know enough about it. But there's something about that that's coming through that may be helpful if this was like really odd, but I trust that you'll figure it out because you're here and I love you for it. You are the world. All right. I am going to let you go. I look so forward to seeing you again soon. I hope this did inspire, educate, or entertain. Until next time, so much love. Bye. Not the chains. Resilience and release. Balance. Wow, maybe this is balance. Yeah, power right there. I got the power. Is there power like trying to balance itself out or something in the world and individual world? Curiouser and curiouser.